Hi, in this video, we're going to take a look at how to access MyMathLab and also how to complete homework quizzes in MyMathLab. So the first thing you do is from the YC homepage, there's a little plus, MyLabs Plus icon right here, or you can go to My Courses, select your Fundamentals of Math class, and there's a MyLabs Plus down here at the bottom. So I usually get in from here. All right, I have all my class listed here, so you'll just have your math class or whatever other class that you're taking show up. So you click on your Fundamentals of Math class, and this is what our course looks like in MyLabs Plus. What MyLabs Plus is, it's really our textbook, and it's run by Pearson Education, which is a textbook company. And if you haven't taken a math class in a long time, things have sure changed. So those days of taking a look at a paper textbook and doing homework problems out of the back of the book and turning those in is no longer how we do things. So I think I mentioned somewhere, but this is my 27th year of teaching, so there have been a lot of changes over that time. So how this works is at the course homepage, it'll show you what's coming up, assignments. There's an orientation that you can take that's optional, and our first homework is open and ready for you to look at before the first day. Then as you scroll down, very important is to run the browser check. So if I click on that, what it will do is it will check the internet browser that I'm in and make sure that I have everything so that you can see the videos and actually use the site. So just make sure you do that first. There's a tutorial on how to enter answers. So this will go through and help you do that. Study plan I don't do usually, and then I have an announcement in here as well, but you can't see it unless you say, view all announcements. So I've got that. Please click on the browser check, explore the electronic textbook multimedia library, tools for success, and when you're ready, click on assignments. So what's in here? So before we get to assignments, I'm going to take you to the electronic textbook. Your textbook is housed in here. If I click on Chapter 1, you get some information, homework quizzes, study plan. If you click on a section 1.1, the e-text is actually the hard copy textbook page for page in here with some extra added features. All right, so for section 1.1, this is page 2. This corresponds to page 2 in your actual textbook. So your entire textbook is housed within MyMathLab. And you click up here to take a look at and click through the pages. You can also use this over here. Let's see, if you want to go to, say, section 1.3, you can do that. If you want this to be out of your way, you can click Hide Navigator. If you want their textbook to be bigger, you can zoom in or zoom out. But your textbook is in here, so this will give you the information so you can go through, read the book, look at examples. One additional feature, if you look at this right here, if you prefer reading the textbook, as you read next to an example, there might be a you try it exercise. And what that is, it's a problem similar to the one that is in the example that just gives you some extra practice. So you would try it and then click on check answer. These aren't counted as homework or anything else. These are just to, if you prefer to read the textbook. Okay, so notice that opened in a new window up here, up top. So your textbook is all included. Then there's a video presentation for each section. These are what I have connected to our class in Canvas. So there's a small video on each of the items in the section. So if you only have trouble, let's say section 1.7, take a look at video presentations, you're having trouble finding the average. These are the 4 mathematical topics that are in there. Then you would just only watch a little 2-minute video on that. And these are made by the application of division. So those are your resources in MyMathLab. You've got the book, you've got video presentation. To navigate, click on main menu to get back. It'll go back to the course home. There's a multimedia library. There's our first study skills assignment is to have you explore the multimedia library and explore tools for success. So how do you do homework in the class? If you click on assignments, what I have open early, this is before the first day of class, is an orientation and a homework. But let me just show you, when the first day of class opens on the 18th, all of these homework assignments and quizzes will be available to you on the first day. So you can actually work through the course faster than the pace I've set, and you can finish early if you want. It's just that things won't be open after. So you have to complete them before, not after. So on the assignments, the orientation is optional. That means it's not going to count towards your grade. You click on a question number. And for the orientation, it walks you through how to enter answers. So I would recommend, it's optional if you've taken a class through MyMathLab before, but if you haven't, it would be very helpful. Okay, so the other assignment that I have open is the first homework so that you can see how the mathematics problems work. So notice there are 20 questions. I'm going to start with, might as well start at the beginning, question 1. Okay, so there's a question, but there's also, before we answer this question, there's some question help keys. So if you click on question help, you can have help me solve this, view an example, a video, you can go to the textbook, ask my instructor, or print. These are all the things you can do with each of the homework problems that we have. Help me solve this will walk you through a problem, this problem, to solve it. But when you get to the end of the problem, it will give you a different problem. Okay, so you can't just click through and do the help me solve this and complete homework. What most of my students prefer is the view an example. That will go through an example close to this one so that you can move the window, you can look at the example, and you can do this problem at the same time. And then you can figure out how to do it and select the answer. Okay. What a video does is it opens a video that will give show a problem similar to that.
Let's look at another number.
Textbook will take you to the section in the textbook where this material is so that you can read it there. So if you prefer video, you might prefer reading, you might prefer looking at an example. Okay, so that takes you to that. There's an Ask My Instructor key. So if you're having trouble on a question, you can actually type in, I tried and need help with, and then click send, and it will send me an email with your question, and it will also send me a link to the problem that you're working on. So keep in mind, the MyMathLab computer generates a different assignment for everyone. So if you send me an email that just says I'm working on number 7, everybody has a different number 7. So if you have a question, please use Ask My Instructor so I can help you with that. There's a print option. You can print this question only, or you can print the entire homework assignment if you prefer to write down all your homework. Then you can come back in and enter your answers in the computer later. Print this question only is nice if you go to tutoring services and you just need help with one question. Print homework, this is also handy if you don't have access or your computer's broken. You can come to the YC library, print your assignment, go home, work on it, come back and enter your answers. Okay, so let's see how it works. Determine the place value of the digit 5 and the whole number 2,578. So that looks to me like it's in the hundreds. Click on check answer, and if you're right, it'll tell you well done, and you can go to the next question. So this number, right, 1,350,000 in words. Let's see. Ooh, 1000. So let me click one that's wrong. Check answer. It'll say, sorry, that's not correct. So you can try again. On multiple choice questions, you only have 2 tries. If that's the final check and it's not correct, oh, rats. So it's marked wrong. But what you can do, and I have it set up, you can have a similar question and you get 3 similar questions before you run out of questions. So you have 3 chances to get 2 or 3 chances to get a particular question right, and then you have 3 different questions to get it right. So you could get 100% on every homework. All right, so let's say you only have time to do those 2 questions and you close out. Then notice question 1 was right, 2 was wrong, and we haven't attempted the rest. You can go in and out. It automatically saves your work, and you can work on homework throughout the week. Okay, so this one, if you have, I'm just going to type in. If it's wrong, okay, let me try again. Now notice when I click that box, this comes up down here. If you need to click in and answer as a fraction, this is the fraction. This is a mixed number. This is an exponent. They're all clicking in the same one, so don't click on a whole bunch at once, but this one is absolute value, square root, subscript, and a coordinate. So that's how you use these keys down here, is to type in your answer. So if your answer is the absolute value of 7, you type the absolute value key in 7, check it. Oh, rats, I'm wrong again. And then I get one more try. Notice this wasn't multiple choice, so I get one more try. All right. So that's how homework works. You have all of those help keys. When you do get to a quiz, and I'll make another video when you get there, the quiz doesn't have the help keys. So probably the first thing to really do once you get inside here is to go ahead and take a tour of the course and work on your homework assignments so that you can get used to how it works. Let me go back to, this is our course in Canvas. Inside Canvas, in the Getting Started, there is a Enter MyLabs Plus with your access code. Notice I just had access right away. This will give you specific directions on how to get into the course. So when you get in, you'll have these 3 options: access code, buy now, pay later. Pay later is the option where if you want to do a try it out, it'll give you access for 2 weeks. And when that expires, then you have to have an access code. If you have an access code already that you bought, here's what it looks like. This is something you bought ahead of time, then you would enter that. Or if you want to buy, you haven't bought it yet, but you want to buy it with a credit card online, you can do the buy now feature, enter your credit card, and then you'll have access to the class. So I hope that's enough information to get you started. It's really a wonderful program because it has so many resources and you get feedback right away. So that concludes our tour of MyLabs Plus, and then I'll, as questions arise, I'll make more videos to answer questions. I hope you enjoy the new way of doing math homework and the new way that math resources are packaged.